Anyway, I had a message in my inbox this morning from a guy named Johnnykita and his channel, and he did a version of U2's One, and I enjoyed it a lot. But it got me thinking, what makes a good cover tune? And if you're listening to the radio and you hear a song that someone has tried to cover, sometimes it just gets butchered, and most of the time that's the way it turns out. So what constitutes a good cover song? And seems to me the top three things that can happen in it with a cover song is you try to do it just like the original. So you try to emulate the original. That's one way to do it. Another way to do it, the second way to do it, would be to do a version of it that justifies the original version, that invariably or eventually becomes your own version of their song, but it does the original justice. And the third is reinventing the song, which is also uh, acknowledges the original song, but it recreates it in such a way that it adds instruments, or it adds um, instrumentation to it so that it doesn't take away from the original. So there's three ways to do it, but the one commonality in all of it is that number one, you have to give a nod to the original song. Number two, um, the original melody has to be in there, and um, that's where a lot of people fall apart. Is the original, they don't do it justice, and then they do their own version, and the remake's not really as good. And there's some songs that it works with better. There's songs like Boston's More Than a Feeling, where the bar is just way up there, and if you can't do it justice, it shouldn't be done. Um, on the satellite feed that we get at work, we get a lot of the top 40 pop songs and stuff come through on it, and they throw in these remakes of songs. And there's one of Wild Horses that's playing. It's been playing for way too long. It's just butchered in that version. There's also a version of More Than a Feeling that's horrible. There's a version of an old Beatles song that is just atrocious. So the idea is to make the song, make it somewhat your own, but you have to do the original justice enough and add a little bit to it, or do it in your flavor. Um, Otherwise, you should be trying to emulate the original, or you should be reinventing it. And I'll post the link here to Johnnykita's um, site so you can see his version of One. And it's got great instrumentation on it. But if you've got any other comments, like things that you think that is a great way to do a cover song, um, or you want to add your thoughts to it, please feel free to reply and post comments down below. Thanks very much. Bye.